Hey guys, Tomato Life here again, and today, I was thinking like, drew Plankton yesterday. So what are we feeling today? I was like, let's draw his biggest his biggest opposition, his biggest hater, his biggest. I know what, we're gonna draw Mr. Krabs. Gonna draw the king of all penny pinchers, Mr. Krabs. I remember there was an episode where he stole or Squidward stole. I don't know. Someone like couldn't find their. He couldn't find his like lucky quarter or nickel or penny. And he assumed that someone stole it. Squidward stole it, or I just remember SpongeBob yelling at him. That's all I remember. I'm not too sure about the. I guess we do like this. About the. About who it was. I don't really remember who it was, but I was assuming it was like SpongeBob. It was like Squidward stayed at SpongeBob's house all depressed, and then he yelled at Mr. Krabs like, "Oh, give him back his job." He's like, "No, not until I get me lucky quarter," or something like that, Lucky quarter. I think it was a nickel, but I just don't really remember. I'll do all this on one layer, and then, oops. I think this one goes more down. There we go. But I don't know. I feel like thinking about this a little bit more yesterday, just randomly. I was like, if I was Plankton, I'd probably do the same thing. My business is failing. There's someone else who has a better thing. In his situation, maybe I would try to steal the Krabby Patty formula, because then, like, what else am I gonna? I could probably try to make. Didn't he try to do better stuff with the chum bucket? It just didn't work out. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. So I get him. Whoops, no, that's good. I got him wanting to steal the Krabby Patty formula. He just wanted a better life for himself, and Mr. Krabs just couldn't see it. Honestly, maybe Mr. Krabs was. I mean, again, he was a penny pincher. Just because you're penny pinchers doesn't mean a bad person, but maybe, the least Mr. Krabs could have done, and again, maybe he did. I don't remember all the SpongeBob episodes. I don't know if I've seen them all. But he could just, like, not the Krabby Patty formula, could give him at least something to live on. Let a brother live or something, But he didn't. So I'm not saying Mr. Krabs is a horrible person. But I need room for his legs, or I think do like that, you do like this. I think that's fine. And then his arm goes there. But yeah, I think Mr. Krabs should just be like, "Hey, Plankton, I can't give you me Krabby Patty formula, but I can give you me. I lend you a hand." I mean, I get it. Mr. Krabs was looking out for number one. Yeah, you gotta look out for yourself, but hey, doesn't hurt to help a brother out. Eugene. I feel like Eugene's a fitting name for Mr. Krabs also. So he's kind of slants slightly. Is that enough room for his eyes? See, now I feel like I gotta make his body a bit smaller. There we go. See, no, I think I just. There we go. I remember people would make I don't know how big fan fiction was back then, but there was always things about Sandy and SpongeBob. I need that to. Why am I talking about that? It's just random. Sandy and SpongeBob being a couple or whatnot, and that's it. That's all I got. I mean, they were never a couple, of course, but people did ship them. You know, I've never thought to look this up, but are starfishes like naturally dumb? Or, like, I'm assuming because SpongeBob was also kind of dumb too. Not as dumb as Patrick, but still kind of dumb. So I'm assuming like starfish and sponges just don't have brains or something. So they just act all willy-nilly. And that's how, they got Patrick and SpongeBob to be portrayed as like big old dummies, which I think is fine. It's not like I've ever created a TV show. Not that I don't know. I'm talking like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, you know, they could have done better. But I mean, it was good. And then it's been a while, but I think before I've seen some like recent new SpongeBob episodes. I haven't seen them, but like I've seen. Ooh, that needs to be a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more circular at the top. There we go. You know, it's always cool to see. We're gonna skip that topic about just. I mean, I've just seen them, or I've seen clips. I mean, it's something. I wasn't really in tune with it. Never really gave it too much thought. But what really is cool is whenever you're watching like One Piece or Naruto or Bleach or any of those anime that started back like, make it more like this. That started back like way back then. You know, one of the OGs, even Dragon Ball. You know. You see the quality of the anime back then, and then you compare it to now, and you're like, wow, you know, this is incredible. We'll just do that. And honestly, that's so cool to see, I think. Because now One Piece is like 1,000 and something. Bleach has that new arc they're doing. Dragon Ball Z looks pretty good too now. I mean, just quality wise, you know. And then, but you know, there's one that, and honestly, I loved Naruto. But Boruto, everything, it feels like people overhype it because everything I've seen about it and stuff is just I've seen clips from the show too, and it looks like stop motion pictures or something, you know. It doesn't look, it just looks all choppy. Like, I get, you know, it was like the thing where like some episodes are whack and then they'll have a few episodes where they really put in the time and budget to, you know, make it pop off. But for Boruto, I mean, all I see is just, ooh, Mr. Krabs' eyes are too small. Gotta redo this whole thing, which is fine. Just realized. But, it doesn't, it I don't know, it just never looked good. And then, like, your dad was the strongest, Sasuke was the strongest, and then now they're introducing, again, I haven't really seen the show, but I've seen clips and stuff, so I'm making my own inferences. But there's it's not like that. You know, you're having like power offs, or they're making new powers and everything, and I don't know. I feel like what they should have done is like, I don't know what they should have done, right? I'm not whatever artists or whatever, but I feel like maybe they should just kept on going with Naruto. They either should have ended it right there, or they should have just done something with like Naruto doing stuff after becoming Hokage, or at least like he becomes Hokage and stuff, and somehow like he just either gets involved in like another, maybe they found like a whole new continent, right? And then like all the Hokages have to go travel to the continent for the village, and then there's new villages, new ninjas, new this, new that. Maybe he brings Sasuke and Sakura. Maybe they take the big three and they go explore and stuff, and like maybe they'll have like a little side, that'd be the main story, and then like maybe on the side it would be about their children and stuff. Not too much, but like maybe little side stories or whatnot about the kids and what they're doing and all that. But I feel like, see, that sounds like it'd be kind of cool. Now, you'd have to make new characters, new scenes, new storylines, but I mean, they're already doing that for Boruto, so I was like, they could definitely do it. By they, I mean I don't know if the main, I think that's big enough. I don't know if the main guy is the one doing Boruto. I forgot Kishimoto. I don't remember his name. But Boruto, man, is just, I don't know, not my cup of tea, and that's fine. You don't have to like everything. I would say I was a little disappointed just because it wasn't something I was interested in, even though it looked kind of like something I might be. But I was like, yeah, I think I'll just stop with Naruto. I mean, again, Naruto, I don't think the beginning of Naruto was as wonky as Boruto, because then your dad's the strongest, and what you're trying to follow in his footsteps, do this and that. And again, I'm just making a bunch of inferences because I've never seen it, but I don't know. It's not my thing. Honestly, I haven't started watching that Bleach. The new Bleach arc that they popped off, or that they made. I'm just waiting for it to simmer. Sometimes I gotta wait for it to simmer so I can like fully get into it. I think I guess we do his mouth. No, we're gonna do his clothes first and then his mouth. A little bit closer, like this. But yeah, I'm letting it simmer. I really been getting into reading manga and manhwa recently. It's actually been some time since I've watched. Ooh, I feel like we gotta make his bottom different. Ooh, which sucks, but I think that's what has to happen. But I like letting things simmer for a bit before watching it sometimes, just because I feel like do like that, and then we'll do this because his mouth this kind of curves up a bit, like that, and then looking at it. But yeah, because whenever, like, One Piece, I've rewatched One Piece probably 3 times, because I started watching it years ago. So when I first caught up at like 400, I stopped. I went back, caught up to like 700, stopped. Went back, caught up to like 900, stopped. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just really stop until like we're in the end game, which I think they said they're getting close to now. So that we can have the mouth like that, a little bit further up. Actually, the mouth is like this. Get a little bit of space down there. Let this be a little bit smaller. But Yeah, I was really, I was a One Piece fan before One Piece is real. One Piece is real. Not really, but I was a big fan, but I'm not like the biggest. You know, not anymore. At least, not saying it's bad. It's still good. I still love it, but I don't know. I'd like to rewatch it again one of these days. Well, I don't know when, but definitely will. Definitely will rewatch one of these days. It's not too sure when. Oh, I mean, I said like when it gets closer to the thing, but I might watch it like before though, because maybe it's. Oh no. That's. Yeah, that's okay. This one doesn't really curve. Whoops. This one doesn't really curve. There we go. And then we have his bottom. Which actually, that looks good. So then we'll erase this part. Go back down. Kind of like goes out. Goes out a bit and then it circles. There we go. Mr. Krabs looking more crabby. I don't know if that's the right word. Looking more like a crab. Not that a crabs don't even look like this. I'm like, what am I talking about? Crabs do not look like Mr. Crab. He's more humanoid than anything, so can't really call him a crab. I mean, I guess you could, but just because your name is Mr. Crab doesn't really mean you're a real crab. But everyone in the SpongeBob show is like a humanoid version of a fish or a sea animal, crustacean, shrimp. My leg. I really love that dude. It was like rev up those fires because I sure am in the mood or I sure am hungry for something. And then Mr. Krabs just like threw him out. He's like, yeah, get out of here, buddy. You're done for today. Couldn't handle the heat, Mr. Krabs. He had to step out the oven. Oops. See, that one looks fine. And then you gotta go like this. You know what? I just started watching this. I watched it and I caught up to this here, Bob's Burger. At first I started it and I'm like, Burger, Bob, kind of cool. But then I started getting more into it and I was like, wow, this is like a great show. Like something just clicked. This is right below this thing. Something just clicked when I started watching. I was like, wow, this is make this a little bit longer. Like that. And sometimes when I watch a show and I'm really into it, I don't want to know the voice actors, right? Because now you're just Bob to me. I know I've seen him he did like a Call of Duty commercial and stuff or whatnot. That voice actor and etc. But I don't even want to know who it is. I just, you're just Bob to me. Anytime I hear that voice, it's Bob. It's no longer, you no longer own the voice. Which I guess technically is true. Maybe, like with contracts and stuff. I'm not too sure how that works. With voice acting. I mean, I don't think he could do Bob's Burger without like the company thing, but I'll do it like this. Curve it. But yeah, just, you know, the kids and everything and whatnot. I'm like, man, this is such a great show. I really loved it. And now they're like, it was on Hulu. I watched it on, but then like they're releasing episodes so slowly on Hulu. So then I'm like, what's up with the slowness, Hulu? You know, like why are you taking so long to upload? Why are you acting like that? I couldn't understand it. Oh, this goes... Okay, so we can erase this. This goes to the belt. And we erase that top piece. Because then that looks like it's connected. Oh, right? I think the belt should definitely be bigger, so maybe that's where the issue comes from. That looks a bit better. And then I got that. Kind of ends right here, so make this a bit smaller. And then this opens up. There we go. Okay, there we go. Mr. Krabs looking crabbier every second, every something. Do this all on the same layer too, just because why not? And there's a little crease right here. It goes like that. And he has... Mr. Krabs has such tiny legs. It's crazy how that supports his body. I mean, crabs in general have small legs, right? But they're not that heavy, so then I guess that makes sense. Just because he's not that heavy. His legs don't need to be that tough for him to carry him. Carry most crabs. This needs to be a little thicker. There we go. Which is crazy. His right leg's thicker than left, and he's looking something, so I get it. And last but not least, we'll do this on the same layer. So this one's like that. Okay, so first we'll do that. Do this. And then we'll bring it around. And then we'll do a little circle. And then we'll erase this part, which we can't because that's on a different layer. But there we go. Start cleaning this up over time. You know, I usually clean up after, but I'm like, I can start doing it now just to get some of it out the way. This actually goes like that. Anything with the body? Oh, the legs. So this, whoops, this actually opens up a bit like there. Opens up more here. I mean, not too bad. Mr. Krabs is taking a little bit longer than Plankton, just because he has way more body parts. But I think this should be the last thing, which is just his arms. So we'll do this arm first. And actually, I forgot to do this. This goes out here. Make that there, then it comes. And then like that. And I think there we go for. It's supposed to be a little bit more circular, a little bit more rounded. But also like connect. There we go. And then we can erase. No, actually that doesn't erase, that stays there. That's not too bad. Alright, and now we're up to the arms, which I feel like this one might be taking a little bit longer. But we're almost done, so I don't want to like just do like another part. But we can just do this, because the arms shouldn't be too hard to do. It goes all the way up to his eyes. Right, yeah. That. Like that up to his nose. Should be here. So actually this needs to be a bit smaller. But other than that, I forgot what we were talking about because we're just going on tangents after tangents, but I saw something earlier. It's like, oh, when people like, you know, at least something. It was like, well, first let's make this huge. There we go. It's like whenever something bad happens and then someone tells you, oh, like if someone dies, like, oh, there's another angel or something, or whatnot, trying to make the situation better. And then he's like, well, sometimes, you know, you don't have to make the situation better. Just be like, hey, you know, sorry. I don't want you to say sorry. Oh, you know, grandma's in a better place. Yeah, but I don't want grandma to go up there just yet, you know. Who are you to tell me grandma's in a better place? Or, this one's kind of complicated. Or just trying to make situations better when they're bad. You know, some situations are just bad and they should not stay bad, but like just keep the acknowledgement as like it was bad. You know, you don't have to try to force it to be. Make this a little bit more straight. You don't have to force it to try to be good. So go, this one can be like this. Like that. And then it goes back to. I don't know. I can't really. I mean, I feel like if you'd understand if you know you're listening, like what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes a bad situation is just bad. Like something bad happened. You don't need to tell me, oh, they're in a better place, or oh, you know, at least you know, someone else could have done this, or you know, this is that, and yeah, I get it. Like, don't, you know, believe, but let me wallow in sorrow, I guess, for now, and then I'll get back to you and see how I feel. So no matter what, it's still not gonna feel any better, you know, depending on what it is. You know, some situations are really bad, so there's like, oh, you know, this, and you know, we don't really like that. We don't like bad things happening to people. What if you're a bad person? Well, if you're a bad person, well, I feel like, you know, you kind of brought that onto yourself. I mean, yeah, I know there's levels of badness, right? Let's say you steal from Walmart. Whether you have to because you can't afford stuff or you just do it to do it. I mean, and then like you get into a car crash and you lose your leg. I feel like that's way too much. Like you can't be like, oh, you stole from Walmart, so you deserve, getting your leg, losing a leg. That's crazy. But I feel like if you murder someone for no good reason, you're just a murderer because you're sick and twisted, you got sick thoughts. Oh, that's something that came back. I feel like if something really bad happened to you, I mean, they say karma, and I feel like I gotta respect that. I feel like you really deserve it. Because why'd you murder someone? And then especially like if you murder someone out of anger, you fuck up your whole life. Oh, sorry. You mess up your whole life and you just mess up someone else's life, someone's family's life, etc. And there's other things like worse than murder, like all this other stuff out there. If you do tax fraud, I don't think that's a good reason either for you to for something to happen to you. I mean, yeah, you go to prison and stuff, but I feel like if you do tax fraud, you might be rich enough to just not have to do anything. You know how it is nowadays. They'll just be like, yeah, you're good. Slap on the wrist, probation. Don't let it happen again, But I guess it just depends on who does it. Different levels of badness for different levels of crime, basically. And tax fraud is only a crime because the government wants to take all the money they can from you without you being. And I don't know. I'm not a fan of taxes, that's for sure. I don't. As we go back down here, I don't believe. Because I mean, I'm not trying to get too whatever, but what I've seen, what they do with my taxes, they don't do much. That's all I'm saying. From what I see, from where this is going, But we can take that off. But I mean, hey, that's just me. Maybe some people love paying taxes, like, oh, the government deserves my money because they're do it like this. So I was just like that. Now I've been drawing crazy. But I'm not trying to lead a movement or anything. Believe you me, I'm just saying. Wesley Snipes, he was on to something. That was the guy who did Blade, and Deadpool in the original. Which, I mean, if you know, you would know. So I don't have to point that out. Or at least less taxes. I don't know. I just, not a fan. That's for sure. And there we go. There goes Mr. Krabs. Actually, no, I lied. He has, as we can do this on the eyeballs, he has 3 things right here that stick out. 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, whoops. There we go. All right. Once again, there we, double checking everything. There we have it. Plankton's biggest op, Mr. Krabs. Pretty good. I mean, this definitely took some time. So I feel like maybe I'll try to limit the videos to like 30 minutes. And then, if I need more time, I'll probably just do like a second part. And then just to like not make it too short, either color it in or something. But thanks for watching me draw Mr. Krabs. I feel like in a few days, either tomorrow or Saturday, I think I said this already, but I'll show you guys what I've been working on, just drawing faces and stuff. It still takes me like a lot of time to do one face because I got to go back to the video I've been watching and like try to remember the steps. Because I just don't feel too confident, but I feel like I should just be more confident. If I mess up, then go back to the video, which now that I'm thinking about it, sounds like a better idea, because then I can just kind of get more of a grasp of it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.